What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simba Sports Hub, where we talk all things Washington Commanders football. And yes, we did not win against the Dallas Cowboys. We took a horrible L, 34-26. Man, that game was over a long time ago. Even though late down in the fourth quarter, we threw a heave play to Terry McLaurin and he took it for six. And what happened, we all know what happened. But before we get into what happened, man, make sure y'all smash this subscribe button. Man, make sure y'all like this video and make sure y'all drop a comment on how y'all feel about the game. Dallas Cowboys fans, come on in, talk your shit. Y'all got every right to pop y'all shit on my platform, that because y'all got the W. I done heard man, we was throwing the game and y'all couldn't even beat us. I done heard it all, right? I done heard from the Commanders fans that we don't deserve to win and beat nobody. We should just, we are the team we thought we were, and we lost, and we shouldn't have won. I heard it all, man. And look, it's all good. It's all good in the hood. I will first start off with we played horrible on all three levels of the football field, from special teams to offense to defense. And just some of the things that I've been saying throughout the weeks, even the last 2 weeks that we lost, like from our run defense. I don't understand how the hell we let a battered and bruised offensive line in the Dallas Cowboys and an unknown running back. Who the fuck is he? I mean, we know he playing in the NFL, but who is he? To just gash us for 5-6 yards a carry, you know what I'm saying? And then allowed a career backup, Cooper Rush, to put up over 250 on our head. I don't understand how we allowed it. I mean, you got to blame coaching. It looked like some of the communication was bad, so I blame coaching. I blame defense, the players. We still have not found ourselves a cornerback. I know we say we didn't need Marshawn Lattimore. I said it. I didn't think we needed Marshawn Lattimore to win this game. And quite frankly, I don't even think he would have been enough to withstand what they did to us on defense. I mean, yeah, you could say, yeah, he may not give up that pass that Benjamin St. Juste gave up. But do I put it 100% on him? No. I also got to blame Jeremy Chin, who has been playing well, who had an amazing, like, almost turnover tackle against Jeremy Chin, right? But it wasn't. It was an incomplete pass. He didn't proceed with the ball. He only got 2 feet down. So at the end of the day, it was a great tackle to get out the field. But I'm going to start off with our offense and where I think I'm not gonna say where I think how bad we are. It just looks like, I'm gonna say one word: predictable. Cliff Kingsbury and company looks predictable. I'm not going. Jaden Daniels, yes, did he miss some throws? Yeah. Can you say he didn't make some of the right reads? Of course. But the totality of it is that the play calls that we see is very, very pass heavy oriented type of offense. It does not look like we have found a counterpunch to what the Steelers have shown, that, hey, if y'all just contain the passing lanes and don't allow the unscripted, scrambles at Jaden Daniels to kill y'all, you can potentially win that game. You know what I'm saying? Like, your defense will come up, and you play man. They have not shown that they can beat man-on-man coverage, even Terry McLaurin, and you put a safety over top of him just so he won't beat you deep, and you tell your cornerbacks to play underneath or play everything tight. Our offense is predictable. We don't have no rub routes going on. I rarely see us run a bunch set formation. We don't run under single back. We run only under pistol and shotgun. That's all I fucking see. And I've been saying this for the last 3 weeks. And I got, that's just our offense. That's just what no, you got to find a counterpunch. What great play callers do is if you find a way to stop something, your job, and it goes on defense and offense, you got to find a counterpunch. And if you don't find a counterpunch, you're going to continue to get results like we just got for the last 3 weeks, where we have not been able to put up over 27 points in the last 3 weeks. And we lost to a team that, yeah, I said it in my preview, that we should have beat with no problem. They was hurt. Their quarterback is out. They haven't been able to sustain anything on defense. They got a couple players back, I heard. And maybe that was a change in the culture and Mike Zimmerman being able to call a certain defense. But shout out to them. They did their thing. They came in, they didn't lay down and just let us spank them, pause. They didn't come in and just let us, get a W. We had to go and earn it, and we did not do that from an offense perspective. I hear a lot of people say, "No, you can't blame play calling. It's poor execution." Well, if the play calls is not relieving a receiver or a tight end or a line or a running back to get us, some type of flow and momentum, I'm going to damn well blame the fucking coaching. It starts with the coaching. It starts with the play calling. And Cliff, I'm sorry, all of our run plays have been strictly up the middle. We running dives and slams. That's all we running. That's the Madden talk right there. We don't run no toss plays. We don't run no stretch plays. And maybe it is, and I'm not saying that this is all on him, but maybe we don't have the type of linemen to pull to be able to run those type of plays. Our screen game, we don't have it. We don't have it. Yes, JD, hey, bro, I wish you would have threw that ball in the ground because it wouldn't have got us nowhere. I understand you just trying to make a play. I get it. But at the end of the same time, number 8, you got to make that catch. You got to make that catch, bro. This is what you get paid for. It was a lot of tough contested passes that either hit our chest, hit our shoulder pads, and what the fuck I keep telling everybody, if you put your hands out in front of you, you have a better chance of catching the ball. I'll much rather see a drop pass or a DB coming in and breaking down a pass, trying to hit your hands rather than hitting your chest off your chest, and you don't even have a chance at it. I don't understand it. I see it from Terry McLaurin. We do not have hands to catch the ball. I don't know what it is. We are the most body catching receiving core that I've ever seen in my life. JD, yes, he did miss on some. I'm not even looking at stats right now because there ain't no point in looking at stats. I'm not gonna see who did what. I'm just going off the top of the dome at what I've seen from a game perspective. So this is raw information. I'm not gonna do a post game Monday. Y'all not getting none of that. This is all y'all getting right here until we focus on the Titans, right? So yes, JD did miss some passes. Understood. He gonna miss passes. That's not on him. But again, I blame it on play calling, man. It's so predictable. If I'm a fan, I'm not a coach. I never coached on any level before. But just from my fan eyes, looking at the game, I can see the exact same defenses that the Steelers ran, that the Eagles ran, that the Cowboys was running. Guess what they was doing? We gonna man up, spot JD5. So if you manning up and your screen game ain't working, why aren't you? And this is what I mean by having a counterpunch. Yeah, you can have that jab, and yeah, you can been throwing haymakers and winning with that, like we doing with 7-2. Now we're 7-5. But guess what? Now defenses are starting to pick up on that. So I expect in this air raid offense to have some. We try to do so much flavor. Like it's so much flavor stuff. We try to run these wide receiver screens. We motioning, but not like everybody. And let me talk about this. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, we gotta target Terry McLaurin. He only plays on one side of the field. We gotta get him the ball. We gotta find a way to get him the ball." That's another thing that tells me that you don't have a counterpunch, Cliff. Because why is your best receiver lining up on the left side of the field every time? That is easy pickings. We already know. Hey, put a safety over him. We're gonna man up on these other receivers, and we're gonna live with the results. And guess what the results has been showing? That we can't move the fucking ball. And then I don't know what's going on with our run block. I would like to say that it's a little bit of a difference when you're running the ball from under the center versus you running from shotgun or pistol. One, you're not giving your running backs enough lead time to build up the momentum. So when they catching the ball, they already stopping in the backfield. They got to wait for JD to come to him. So they can't just run and get the ball, right? They got to take a few steps and then get the ball. It's like they can't get no head start. Run the ball under single back. Get under the center. Run some stretches. Run some toss plays. And off those toss plays, now you come back. Oh, you fake it, and you got this, like you got a bootleg play. We didn't run that one bootleg. We didn't run under center at all. So I don't understand the offense. The offense looked predictable. I understand why we aren't moving the ball. And a lot of people are going to say, but you got to move Terry around. Put him in a slot. I watched CD Lamb on the opposite side of the football. They motion him. They hand it off to him. They motion him. They put him inside the slot. They got him on. They got him tucked inside, and they're just running. He's just running routes off of the other receivers. You got to do the same thing with Terry. It's horrible to see this type. And I'm gonna say this again. It's looking very Eric Bieniemy-ish. Looking the exact same, because you don't see a counter. Where is the counter play calls at? We don't see it. That's enough on that. I can keep talking about it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about the offense in the comment section, or you know what I'm saying, we can chop it up on Twitter. I'm willing to talk about it. I'm willing to have a debate, because at the end of the day, what I see is what the last two teams did against us from a defensive perspective. They manned up and they spied JD5 and they stayed in their pass lane. Simple. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, which started off very, very well. We started off good. But then, I don't know what button Jerry Jones and Dallas hit or flipped or whatever they talked about on the sideline. Number 23 came out that motherfucker and started running the ball like he was Saquon Barkley. Like he was Derrick Henry. I mean, we could not tackle him at the initial contact. When we first made contact with him, he bouncing off. He looking like Brian Robinson in some cases, right? Bouncing off of our linebackers, bouncing off of our safeties, our D-line. Like, it's like, and then we still playing this 3-gap technique. We played a little bit more of a nose tackle type of defensive look. And we still got killed on that. We still got killed on the run. And again, I'm not looking at stats, but from what I saw, they killed us with the run game and just dinking and dunking the ball down the field. And now we can get into our cornerbacks. 25, trail technique. Number one, playing trail technique. Mike Sanders still just anticipating a corner route too much. I see us playing. It was a 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 6, and CD Lamb I see Mike Sanders still playing 15 yards off the ball. I don't know if that's because he was locked up one-on-one with him, and he was like, I'm not going to get beat. But I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing here? We can't drop our linebackers into no type of coverage because they can't cover. I tweeted that too. We have the best run-stopping linebackers, but we have the most horrible pass coverage linebackers. Only thing that they are good at doing and great at doing is filling the run gaps. Filling the run gaps and blitzing. That's it. I ain't see no other linebacker come in. Maybe try something else, Joe. Joe, try something else. Get somebody else in there. I never once seen us play the gap like we was going blitz and just dropping back into coverage. Nah. Dropping back into coverage to where your cornerbacks and your safety, whoever your slot guy is, can play that outside. Because that's all they was doing, attacking the outsides. It was there. Quick hitches. They ran like 3 or 4 corner routes. Thank God we got the flags that we got on the rookie left tackle. Because those was catches. We don't have the DBs. We played horrible. If I had to give, and I'm gonna say this, offense, everybody get a fucking F. I'm not praising nobody. Nobody did good. Nobody stepped up and said, hey, look, man, we playing like fucking shit. We're playing to the level of our competition right now. Nobody, I saw that in two halves, nobody was angry enough to say, hey, yo, we got to lock in. We did not play well enough. And then we get into the special teams, which had moments. Had a blocked field goal. I called that. And then we had a missed field goal. I didn't call that one, but I didn't think he was going to miss. Aubrey, who's been good for the last couple of games again. He's been kicking the ball left and right. I'm thinking, all right, that's good. 2 missed field goals. Had a block. Blocked the punt. And then guess what? Second half, we come and do the exact same shit that they did. Missed 2 fucking field goals. Y'all already know how I feel about the kicker shit. Austin, he's been. I let him back. I let him in, and he let me the fuck down. He treated me like I was a simp. He treated me like I was a simp, man. And again, I don't know if it was just his first game back jitters. He was a little rusty coming back off a hip injury. Was he good to go? Hey, I put him out there. I believed in him. The last one, even though we scored that late touchdown, that was on Tyler Ott. I mean, but you are kicking. You are supposed to be able to kick in any condition, any type of circumstance. You got to make that field goal. We supposed to be going into overtime at best. At best, we supposed to be playing for overtime. But a bad snap equals to a bad kick. That happens, majority of the time. But again, we started off. We had key moments, and then oh my God, the kickoff return with Turpin. And you heard the commentator say, sometimes when you see them botch the ball or they muff the ball, you start to throttle it down, right? Because you don't know where he's going to go, right? I don't know. That was just a great spin move, and it looked like McGee got out of his rushing lane, and they scored with it. It is what it is. It happened. It was. Hey, it happened. We put a 2-minute drive together. We came down and scored. Quick got a 2-point conversion. But at that time, man, the game shouldn't even have been this close. If you've been watching how we've been playing the last 2 weeks, you could say, hey, no, that game was supposed to be this close because our offense has been shit. We have not been able to play complementary football. Whereas if our defense is getting us stopped, our offense feeds off of that. It hasn't been. Early on in the season, our offense had the momentum, and our defense was still getting cooked or playing somewhat decent, bend but don't break defense. And then we started, kicking it in. We started getting turnovers. We started getting punts. We started doing certain things and getting certain things to go for us on the defensive side. But yeah, man, we lost on all three levels of the football field. Nobody can walk out saying that they played their best. Yes, Frankie Louvu played a hell of a football game, but hey, in the totality, man, that shit equaled up to a fucking L, and we're 7-5 now. That was supposed to be the game that we double up our win streak, and now we have lost 2 games in the division, and you could pretty much damn near hand the division to the Eagles, and now we playing for a wild card spot. So now we when us as fans were potentially looking as a number 2 seed and playing at least a home field game, it looked like we're gonna be playing away. I still think that we got a great chance of winning, beating the Titans, but we'll talk about that on Wednesday or Thursday whenever I get ready. I gotta digest this L. Again, I'm not too upset because at the end of the day, even though I wanted us to win that game, and I think we should have won that game, like definitely, like with no issues. We should have put up 30-something points on them. They ended up putting 34 on us. So you can say they took belt to ass to us. Especially their defense, man. Their defense locked up. I ain't even gonna lie. Their defense played a hell of a game. We did not do what we were supposed to do. Man, this one hurt. But hey, all I can do is say and hope is that hopefully this is another eye-waking, moment for us, Dan Quinn and company, man, that y'all can, hey, you might have to go sit down and talk to Cliff, brother, and say, hey, Slim, hey, we need to see something else. Maybe you need to mix in some under center plays. Maybe we need to go try and bring a fucking fullback off the street real quick. Add an extra block or something. You might need to go to some more traditional style, pro style offense. Because this pistol and shotgun 2 running back formation, that shit ain't working. Take the running back out, give me 2 tight ends at least. Put 2 tight ends in there. And I think we've seen some forms of that. And we had some good runs. It wasn't even a lot. We had good runs. But then it's like, we run the ball, we throw the ball 3 times after that. We'll pass the ball, then we'll run the ball, get nothing, and then we throw the ball again. And then we had some moments where we got down the field. We had some passes that, hey, to receivers, your job is to catch the ball no matter what, right? But, hey, cheers to their fucking defense. They got major stops, so I can't hate on them. I ain't gonna take nothing away from them, man. This one sucks. I ain't got nothing much more else to talk about, man. Hey, hell to the Commanders. We're gonna continue to try to raise hell. Let's get back to the drawing board. Cliff, Jaden, offense. Everybody should be no days off Monday. Fuck that. Let's get back to practice. Let's get ready for the actually, and they just won too. Let's get ready for the fucking Titans. It was division. It was a division W. So, but again, that shows you how division games can go, right? Even though you got a shitty division team, man, division games, Bama's wake up for those. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can argue with your mama about that. I'm just speaking real. Somehow, division games, even though the team is completely ass. I mean, we only seen the Eagles just beat the shit out the Giants, but they're a great team, right? We're ass. It's like, no, we're not ass, but we have not been playing like we should have. And this happened once before. And I'm going to leave it on this. Now, I don't know if y'all remember back with RG3 when we played the fucking Steelers, bro. It seems like every time we play the Steelers, after we have like momentum and we have like a winning streak or we are winning games, somehow the Steelers come in there and they show us why we aren't as good as we think we are. We not as good as we think we are, y'all. We gotta continue to build on. And hey, we was gonna ride the momentum. I'm riding the momentum still. I don't think the momentum is over. Well, it has been stopped. We done lost 3 games in a row. So yeah, the momentum is done. Now it's time to now try to focus on how can we become the team that we was early on in the season. How can we get back to that? And we ain't did that. But fuck the Steelers, fuck the Eagles, fuck the Cowboys. I'll see y'all next week, man. I'll see y'all later in the week. I'm going to drop game preview for the Titans. I don't even know what the fuck I'm going to say about that because at the end of the day, if our offense don't get better, we might take another fucking L. We might be 7-6 that quick. Whew! That's crazy how that shit can go. Going to the bye with an L? Whew! That'll hurt. I may stop making videos. I'm joking. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Be easy.